In this video, we are going to discuss the Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Band was created by John Bollinger many years ago, and it is derived from what they call standard deviations around the mean. The mean is the moving average, and then we have standard deviations of the market. So let me explain and show you. So we're going to insert, sorry, view, navigator. We're going to look at trend and Bollinger Band. We're going to slide this over. And as we see here, Bollinger Band standard is 20 period. Standard deviations are 2. We're going to change this to black. So we're going to show you a few things that most people don't use. Okay, we have the hourly chart. A lot of times this is used on a smaller time frame. 15-minute hourly chart's okay. And what I like to do when I look at the Bollinger Band is, my personal opinion is the 20 deviation is 20 period is way too small of a time frame, and the number 2 standard deviation is too small. What I like to do is right click and change that to 50. So we're going to change that to 50, and you can see it smooths it out. We're also going to add the Bollinger Band again. We're going to say 50, and then the deviations are going to be 3. We're going to do it one more time. Bollinger Band's deviations are 4. And one more time. Deviations of 5. Now when you look at the market, you can see the mean, all right, which is 50. Oops, let me just leave that alone for now. When you look at the market, the mean is a 50 period simple moving average, or the 50 period average for the Bollinger Band. And we look at 2 standard deviations, 3 standard deviations, 4 standard deviations, and 5 standard deviations away from the mean, both on the upside and the downside of the market. It tends to help when you're looking at trend. For example, right in here, markets flushing down, and we're looking at more of oversold, more oversold, more oversold conditions. Uh, when you're moving up, we look at how far can the market go in an overbought condition. Okay, and a lot of traders use them in conjunction with other things. For example, let's take a look at our harmonic scanner from iMarkets Live. Let's take a look and put the Bollinger Bands in. This is at a 5, if you recall. We'll do this at a 4. We'll do this at a 3. And we'll do this at a 2. And I'll show you some. Bollinger Bands are best used with other patterns. Using them alone is not really the best. What I like to do is look at chart patterns with them. I look at prior swing highs and swing lows as we discussed. As you can see, they're pushing into the standard deviations, or the Bollinger Bands, into the sell area of the harmonic pattern that we have, which you're going to use we have education in our library. But when we look at the harmonic indicator, adding these standard deviations, these Bollinger Bands that come right around our entry zone, you can see how the Bollinger Bands tie into the entry zone and how they can become a value to you when you're working with other things. So for instance, EUR AUD hourly 4, and we're looking at an entry area, and it's also in conjunction with the 3 standard deviations away from the mean meaning the moving average, and then 1 standard deviation, 2 standard deviations, 3, 4, 5, which are the Bollinger Band. So this is how the Bollinger Band was designed originally. A lot of traders don't do this. They use just the 20 period with 2 standard deviations, and that's it. And they try to get trades that go within that. My personal opinion is it's too small of a zone to use, and you get more trouble than not. I like to use them in conjunction with other things, and teaching you the Bollinger Bands to use it this way will keep you out of trouble and will help increase your profitability and success when you're trading. Okay, for example, we now have the market going up into the entry area. As you can see, it's moved away from the mean here to here is where our deviations are, where the market's away from the mean. And typically the play is when it goes to the standard deviation, it eventually comes back to the mean, the beginning, the moving average. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Here's a good example. The whatever this is, U.S. Tech. It looks like Nasdaq. Nope, that's not a good example. Let's see if we can find anything else. I'm not sure if we'll be able to, but maybe we'll try. All right. I like the fact that the entry points are within the Bollinger Bands. They extended, and as you can see, it tested back to the mean or the moving average. So that's the intention of using Bollinger Bands. Very, very easy to set up. Just watch the video again, and using them this way rather than the standard way, you'll find a lot higher of a success ratio. My name is Christopher Terry, CEO of iMarkets Live, and I hope this video helped you understand Bollinger Bands.